Step 7.5, the 15 member is going to make a line chart for the return on equity ratio. We're going to put it beside the ROE and Z-score data. We're going to name it ROE. We're going to put the legend on the right, and we're going to have their best minimum in a black dotted line. Let me show you what that looks like. It's this one right here. It's from columns G to L, and it's from rows 37 to 54, 55 maybe. And we're going to put the legend on the right. There's the dotted line for the best minimum of 0.15. And it's a line chart. Don't worry about the colors of the variables yet. We're going to fix that later. So the shortcuts we're going to use are Control G to go to our data, Control A to select our data, Alt F1 to create a chart, arrows and shift arrows to move and resize the chart, although we're going to have to do a little bit of mouse work to get it exactly right, because the shift arrow doesn't do it to the increments exactly that we want. It gets close, but not quite. An arrow also might be slow. And Alt-JC is to change as many things as we can with a keyboard, but there are going to be a couple of bugs that we have to do with the mouse. I'm sorry for that. So Shift-Control-Tab, and I see that our ROE data starts on A37, so Control-G, A37, Control-A to select everything. Notice it got only the ROE data because line 45 is blank. It stopped at line 44. And so Alt-F1 to make a chart, and I'm going to use my arrows to get it about center between G and L, and then I'm going to use my arrow to get it center about within vertically. And now I'm going to use the shift left arrow to make it less wide, about as close as I can get it, about there, and then shift up arrow to make it big, tall. So now I'm going to use my mouse to get it exactly there. Okay, so let's start fixing it. That's Alt-JC, and the first thing is the W for switch the rows and columns, because we want the companies as variables. Then the second thing is, you'll notice that the year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are not the years, 2020 to 2024. They are thinking that ROE that has those years is the very first variable. Yeah, no. So Alt-JC E for data, and this is one of the places where you have to use the mouse. So right now ROE is one of the values, but we're going to make it the horizontal x-axis. And then we're going to get rid of it from the values. It changed it from ROE to what the numbers are. Good. And then I'm just going to scroll a little bit to the right so you can see it. And then the next thing, Alt-JC M to do the type of chart, and we want a line chart. And then the next thing is the chart title, Alt-JC AC for chart title, E for edit, and Shift Tab to go up to where we want to put the ROE, return on equity. Okay, enter. And then the legend, so Alt-JC AL, R for right. And finally, we need to make the best minimum. I'm going to click on the best minimum and go into format. I'm going to change that to black, and then hit outline again and go change to dashes, a dotted line. I'm just going to exit out of here, and there I have my chart.